Treehouse of Horror 35 is the 5th episode of the 36th season of The Simpsons. This is directed by Timothy Bailey, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. But I really don't have a lot to say. I didn't like it. The middle of the 3 stories was okay, but none of them were that interesting. One of them might have been visually interesting, but just not very well executed as a story, so I didn't think very much of it. The intro was fine, brightly coloured, visually quite appealing. The first story is The Information Rage, parodying Pacific Rim, and Lisa has come up with a way to put LED bulbs in every house, and initially some people are happy about this, but then they learn that it's progressive, and some people are not happy about this. And then we have one monster emerging from the sea, and then we have another monster. We have the red and the blues representing the Conservatives and the Liberals, and yeah, the design of the monsters is not too bad. Bart and Lisa end up going into a robot to try and fight them off, and not a lot happens. It's not very interesting. I really didn't care for it at all. Then we have the second one, The Fall of the House of Monty, a parody, of course, of The Fall of the House of Usher. And as I said, it's probably the best of the 3, but it's still not very good. The workers are working at Mr. Burns's corn syrup plant during the day, and then once they're finished their shift, they have to work on building Mr. Burns's mansion. But it is Thanksgiving, and Mr. Burns is going to put this feast on for them so they can have a nice dinner, but they have to pull the wishbone, and Willie is there and he pulls the wishbone and he gets the bigger half. Everybody will get their food, but Mr. Burns doesn't stick to his promise, and apparently if you break a promise made on a wishbone, you'll be cursed forever. And he begins to be haunted by the ghosts of his workers, and visually they look great. I do think the ghosts look really brilliant, and I just love the fact that they were just going around shouting jump scare at people, which I did find that very funny. And Mr. Burns burns himself, and we pretty much end things there. It's not a great story. I think it could have been, but it just felt very lacking. Visually, the ghosts, they looked okay, but again, it's not very strong, even though it's the strongest of the 3. The last one, Denim, parody of Venom. Homer and Barney are shopping for jeans, and Homer tries on some alien jeans. Obviously, he doesn't know they're alien jeans. I do love the design of the jeans, the style against the classic Simpsons animation. Well, not classic animation, but current Simpsons animation. They do stand out. That does look good. The jeans have a face. It looks good. So the animation, visually striking, beautiful, no problems there. But the narrative is just very, very boring. And Homer dances with Marge. He's in a relationship with Marge. He can't take the jeans off. Marge decides, seizing an opportunity when Homer is asleep, to slip the jeans off of him. They're already open and kind of hanging off anyway. And she washes the jeans. And then things get a little bit violent. And honestly, it was very, very boring. The only thing I did like is seeing the jeans on other characters. The jeans go on a bit of a journey, and other characters wear them very briefly, and that was quite fun to see. But the story was just really, really weak. It's probably one of the weakest Treehouse of Horrors in quite some time. And I know 35 horror episodes in, they might be running short of ideas, but there have been some good segments in some of the more recent ones, so I'm not accepting that as an excuse. It's not very good. I didn't think any of the stories were that interesting. Maybe one could argue the potential political aspect of the information rage could be interesting. The Fall of the House of Monty had its good moments, but in general, I didn't get much out of this. I didn't think the Treehouse of Horror 35th episode was very good at all. Definitely one of the weakest.